I do not have too much time on my hands, but art is therapy. So if you're needing a therapy break, maybe making a meme is just what you need. You're going to download GIMP to your computer by going to gimp.org. At the top, you'll click download, and it will bring up, if you're using Windows, the download link. You just click that, follow the directions, and you should have a little start button either at the bottom of your screen like I do, or you can just go in here and type in GIMP and click to open it. I've got my GIMP open right now, and I've been working on a project, but I'm going to show you how to start from scratch. You're going to go to the internet and do a search for a meme that you might have seen that you'd like to customize for yourself. I grabbed a hold of this one right here, and all I did is right-clicked on it and saved the image into my memes folder. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that because I've already saved it. And then you're going to go into your GIMP, and you'll go File, Open, and find your meme folder and find your image. It's a JPEG, and open your JPEG image. And so this is where you're going to start. You are going to get rid of these letters using the awesome clone tool. So here is your clone tool. You click right there, and you're going to hold down the control button and click anywhere on the screen. And that is going to create like the little spot where I'm going to start cloning from. Before I do that, I'm already going to save. So I'm going to go save as Teachers Be Like Skeleton. I'm going to call that 2 because I've already done one. And if you're ever in a situation where you feel like the computer is kind of freezing up a little bit, just click save. It will free up your memory. And also make sure everything else on your computer is saved before you get started. So you can see this first circle that's just stationary. That's where my cloning is coming from. And now I'm just going to click and drag. And my click and dragging is just painting from that clone spot. And it'll take me, whoops, I might be going too far. I'm going to hit Control Z a couple of times. I don't want to cover up this, well, I guess that doesn't matter. I don't want to cover up too much of the edge of that. I'm going to actually clone from down here. I want to clone this line. So I'm going to hit Control, hold that down while I click here, and then I can come up here and I can paint that line going up. And then I'll grab something over here, hold down Control, click, and clone that area. So just painting, and you can see how therapeutic this is, and isn't it just wonderful? I love it. Love it. You can keep on changing, whoops, Control Z if you make a mistake. You can keep on changing where the point of your clone is coming from, the source. And then once you kind of get that, I'm going to grab some of that color and bring it over here. Once you get all of that, then you're going to use your smudge tool over here. So click on that little smudgy finger. And I love the size of my brush. It's big enough. I can see what I'm doing. I can do a large area. But if you wanted to change your brush size, like if you were working in a smaller area, here's the size of your brush. If you wanted to have a brush that had a more solid edge, you could. I like the blended edge personally. So there are some options over there that you can use in your tool options. And I'm just blending away, and look at how therapeutic that is. Oh, this is just making all those phone calls that I've made to students go away. I'm gonna grab and blend upward here because I want that line to kind of have some contrast to it there. And so once you get all of that blended, now it's just the perfect background for your text that you're going to put on there. Perfect, right? Looks good. Nice. The bottom part we can fix too. So I'm going to grab this, my zoom tool, but let's click File, Save. And now my zoom tool is working for me. See, my computer freezes up when I am making videos. So if you have the zoom tool, you're just going to click and it'll zoom in for you. If you need to zoom out, hold down Control and click, and it'll zoom out. So zooming in, just clicking. And then you also, over here in your tool options, can zoom in and zoom out using those options there. So I am gonna take this dark color in the background here and use that, and I'm just gonna fill in down here. So I'm using my clone tool again. I'll probably have to click Save, Clone, hold down Control and grab the spot you're cloning from. And then I'm just gonna bring that dark color down here. Another thing you can do though, if you like that color, I don't wanna confuse you. I'm just teaching you the clone tool today. If you wanna learn more, you can come back, you can take one of my classes. How about that? All right, so here we go. I am going to, whoops, Control Z, undo. I'm gonna hit my clone tool down here now that I've kind of got that established, and I'm going to just kind of spray paint across here, creating a nice little background where I can put my text. I'm going up a little bit higher than that just because I know that my text is probably gonna take up more space. So going all the way to the bottom of the table. Great. Once you get that done, save. Grab your magnifying glass, zoom tool, hit Control, and zoom back out. Oops, if something like that happens, I don't know why, it just made it microscopic. Sometimes weird things happen. It's okay. You can figure it out. So there we have it. Just need to use my text tool now. I'm gonna save before I hit my text tool. And I'm just gonna draw where I want my text here. And I'm gonna just, yeah, that's gonna create a problem for me. I can see already. I'm gonna bring it down because I want my text tool. I wanna be able to actually see my whole tool up there. So I can move this over later. I'm gonna type in Mrs. Girot be like, and I'm gonna select it all, increase the size, make it bold. Remember, if it freezes up on you, just hit save. And make it as big as it'll fit. I already have it centered here, but you can change the justification over here in your tool options box. You can also change the font type. Okay, so that's good. I'm gonna click on in this right bottom layer now. That takes me off the text layer. And if I wanna move that text, I can just grab my move tool and make sure that you're in the text layer. You've gotta select your text layer, and now I can move that using my arrow keys up and down. Okay, so Mrs. Girot be like, I might want to crop off part of the page. So if you decide that you want to do any cropping, here's your crop tool. Right here, it looks like an X-Acto knife, and you can just click and drag around whatever you want to crop off, and then you can drag these handles around to get it where you want it. Once you have it where you want it, click in the center, and it crops it. Okay, perfect. I just need one more text box, so I'm gonna grab my text tool over here, and I'm gonna make another jazzy text box down here, and this one's going to say, Mrs. Girot be like, still waiting for spring break. Yep. I know you guys are all feeling that with me, aren't you? Okay, it's freezing up a little, so just press save. All right, and then click off over here on a different layer. I can move it with the move tool. Oops, make sure you're in the right layer. I just moved my image. I hit Control Z to move it back. I gotta click on my still waiting for. Now I can click on it and use my little arrow keys and bring it down. And that was the reason why I had darkened that whole area down there, because I was anticipating that when I put my text down there, I wanted to have enough contrast that you'd be able to see it. And that is how you make a meme. But wait, we're not done yet. So every time you've been saving it as a .xcf file. That's a GIMP file. This is the file name, Teachers Be Like Skeleton 2.xcf. Okay, you won't be able to open that up or display that image on the internet or put it in an email. So you have to export it. File, export as. I want to make sure that this box is over to the left. You want to be able to see your image still, okay? So you're going to make sure that says JPEG, and if it doesn't say JPEG, if it says PNG, just go like this and type in .pn or .jpg. And there are also different file types down here at the bottom. You can click on that little plus and it'll give you drop downs, and your JPEG is on there. So that's another way you can find different file types that you can export your image as. So then you click export. And when you do that, this box shows up, and this is how you optimize the size of your image. So you're going to click show preview in image window, and that was the reason why you wanted to see this. And notice the quality is only at 90%. What you're interested in is looking at your file size. When you publish something, you want it to be less than 500 kilobytes. Anything more than that is just overkill. It's going to take a long time to file transfer, to download, that kind of thing. So right now it's only 41, so I can afford to increase this to 100%. It's 109 kilobytes. It's going to download real fast, and I'm not losing my image quality over here because I can see this preview. However, if I did start decreasing the quality, let's say I started with a 5 megabyte picture, and I'm like, whoa, I can't, file transfer 5 megabytes quickly. My students will be waiting forever for this picture to show up. So I want to decrease the size. Well, decrease the quality and you can watch your file size decrease, but you can also, if you have your preview button on, see if it gets grainy and loses its sharpness. So you'll notice that. Notice it's getting grainy. Ooh, look how pixelated it is. Whoa. So that's what this is all about, is making sure that you have a file size, and really, I want to try to get it as big as I can. I don't want it to be so small that it's not going to look good. So 109 kilobytes, perfect. 200 kilobytes, perfect. 300 kilobytes, great. But don't go above 500 for file transfers, okay? So then you're just going to click export, and you're good. Now, when you go to your file and go into my meme folder, there is my Teachers Be Like skeleton2.jpg, and I can open that up, and I can copy that, and I can paste it into an email, or I can just upload this photo into my Blackboard or my Class Connect or wherever you want to upload it to. It's all good to go. It's ready to publish.